Hi, my name is Javs, also known as Javatronia. I'm a licensed hairstylist, freelance photographer and videographer, as well a mother. Recently, I was introduced to the world of toy collecting, and here I will share with you my journey and exploration into the world of action figures, not only as a collector and consumer, as well a passionate new fan. Hello and welcome back. This is Javatronia, and I am going to share with you today the Takara Tomy Henkei Voyager class Megatron. Pretty awesome. So this is the Japanese redeco of Hasbro's Classics version. The color scheme is more of the original black, silver, and red colors from G1, opposed to Hasbro's green and purple based off of the G2 color scheme. This mold is from a Nerf and Strike Maverick blaster. It's kind of neat that it is based off of a Nerf gun, but definitely I love the colors and the way it looks on the Japanese version. The United version of Megatron is much more desirable, but the price range, the Henkei Megatron, is not bad at all. So he has this shell casing, which becomes his wings, and it definitely helps to create more of that gun look. And he's got his scope, and then of course the actual trigger does work. And the scope does work if you're able to look down. You can see right through there, so that's cool. So that's all the articulation really for the gun mode. And let's go ahead and take a look at him in transformation. So you're going to pop off this top part, and it tabs into the scope up here and through the body. Okay, and on this side you're going to kind of snap his leg back to get it out of that area where it's holding. And we did a little customization, which I think a lot of people are doing, especially if you want to take the wings off and not have them on display. So we used a paring knife and just made some cuts to the back of this to get the bars pulled out. Seems to be the easiest way that most are using to customize. And really this is the back side of him, so you're not going to see it on display. And that way you can have the choice to take them on or off. And before we made the customization, it was really annoying to see the wings on there. Didn't really make a lot of sense, but now that I have the option, they don't bother me so much. Alright, so you can see here that without the casing, he still holds that gun look. Get the knees, there we go. So, he could still definitely look like it, but the casing helps give it more of a presentable style. Alright, so we're going to now take the scope and we're going to pull this back and away. We're going to bring this part up, turn it around, pull his arm down, and it locks into his shoulder there. Turn that around and bring his arm down. And the side we're going to also lock in. Turn that around. And to get his head out, you just bring this metallic piece forward, his chest plate, bring his head up, snap that back into place. So his transformation is pretty easy. Getting him back to gun mode seems to be a lot more confusing, I think, than actual going to robot mode. And then to get his feet out, we just slide his shins up. And his hands, pull that out, swing his hands out, so you just open that up and then close that in. Looks freaking awesome! I love it. You can kind of see his eyes glowing in there too. And for size comparison, we have Transformers Prime Robots in Disguise Megatron. Definitely the Henkei version is just a little bit taller, but the head's taller, but overall they're about the same height straight across with the shoulders and all that. And we have Reveal the Shield Optimus. Again, Megatron is taller than Optimus. I feel like he's sized well in comparison to the other Voyagers, the Prime and Reveal the Shield Optimus. So, okay, now for articulation. Let's take a close look at this guy. Head movement His head spins back and forth, has tilting all around, seems like he's on a ball joint. Shoulders move back and forth and go in and out. There is shoulder twisting. Elbow rotation is in and out. There is no twisting and no wrist movement. Down to his hips. Waist-wise, there's nothing going on there, but hips, he does have your general back and forth, in and out. And his knee has a twist and rotation back and forth. And his feet, we have heel and toe movement. Simple articulation, but he does have a lot of availability for posing. Then we have to add our wings. So this is where I was talking about in gun mode, his modification that we've done. Here is where we took the pair knife and made those cuts so that we can pull this out. And you can see here the bar goes straight across. So you're going to tab that in, lift up, and snap this piece here into the back. And there you have his wings. Okay, and here we have Megatron with his wings, and he is pretty awesome looking. I really do love this version. Like I said, other than availability at the time, I am still looking to get the United version, but this definitely is a great placeholder for Megatron until we get that purchase. My final thoughts really on this Henkei Megatron. Really, there's only two major things that I would say, or three really, to look out for is one, the chrome pieces on the knees and on his chest plate are paint. So when transforming him, you just want to be careful not to scrape up against the other parts just because you could get scratches or flaking. And then on his scope here, the metallic paint has started flaking off as well. Honestly, I don't really remember if that had already started before we got him or not. I do notice that it's become more and more as I've transformed him a few times. And third thing, really, which now I have no problem with, was his original wings. I wasn't super stoked about the look in the first place, but now that I have the choice of having them on or off, I really don't mind them anymore. But when I have my shelf full, it's kind of hard to have his wings on there, so I do like the option of taking them off. I would definitely say that Henkei Megatron is awesome. It's worth the price. Thank you so much, and remember, enjoy your toys because they can always be taken away. Javatronia signing out.